Hey everyone, it's me, Bronwyn Billington, the Dynamite Doll, and you're watching Count It Out with Mike and Tyler.
You are listening to Count It Out with Mike and Tyler.
Well, we are live, pals, and welcome to another edition of the Bill Apter Steel to Approve Count It Out with Mike and Tyler. My name is Tyler. I am joined, as always, by the one and only Mike. What's going on? What are you shaking your head at
Fair.
already?
Because this isn't fair.
Why? It's not fair to Flair?
It's not fair that every week if I try to do the We're Live Pals, you say it's your gimmick. Right before you hit record, you were stealing my gimmick. You couldn't find the button.
Listen, you sound like my wife, all right? First of all,
Well,
I
you
think
also said that before we hit record. You did. You did call me your wife. You said after 6 years. I haven't put a ring on that yet. We have a problem.
Well, first of all, I think I deserve credit for throwing out a Bobby Heenan reference 45 seconds into our show. So
Very
that
true.
null and void, I
Yeah,
can do no wrong for the rest of the show. And I will do no wrong
I'm
because
with
it's
you.
my list this week.
Yeah, very true. Which means there's plenty of room for you to do wrong.
Yes, well, first of all, thank you so much for letting me relive such classics as Bret Hart versus Vince McMahon from WrestleMania 26. Really had a great time with that one.
Did
Uh,
you did you watch the 2 and 4 battle royals?
I watched half of four,
Okay.
and I was like,
4 is
well,
better than 2. Oh,
I
wait, is it?
no, it's not. The football one was way better.
No. Uh, no, I have, yeah, no, you're right. I mixed them up. 2 is better than 4.
Get used to saying you're right because this list is perfect for what it needs to be. But
2 was the one where, wasn't it? It was because
oh,
Brett was the runner up in both those, right?
yes, he was
2 was it him and Andre?
him and Andre when Andre threw Brett
Yeah.
to the floor on the anvil, and four
Yeah.
was bad news.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So well, I mean, neither one of those are making the list, so
No.
we're gonna get there. For those of you who haven't put it together, I'll be counting down the top seven Bret Hart WrestleMania matches, and
I mean,
well,
we'll get to it. You're right. He's not going to go down as Mr. WrestleMania, but the man did have 14 matches in 13 WrestleManias,
mhm.
uh, which is something to
Your
talk
math
about,
ain't
right?
your math ain't mathing.
How do you figure?
14 matches and 13 WrestleMania. Oh yeah, because he had two at 10. Your
All
math
right,
is mathing.
I'll take your apology.
No, wait. 14 matches in 13 Manias. He wasn't on Mania 1. He
Right,
had, he had
but he was at Mania 26,
26. Yeah.
so that's 13 Manias,
Wouldn't that be
and he had
one
two
per?
matches at
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's
I
too
know.
early. I like it better when we recorded these at nighttime when I was drunk and I'd be like, "Oh yeah."
Because you wouldn't care if the math is mathing.
I'd be like, "Let's titty fuck Dusty Rhodes." What do,
Oh man.
what do you want to get into?
Let's get drunk and talk to Rory Fox while he's driving town to town.
That was the last Bret Hart list I think I did too. It all
Was
comes
that a
full
Barretless?
circle. That was Bret Hart SummerSlam matches.
Good old Rory. We gotta talk to Rory again too.
I
I
love
miss
me
Rory.
some I love me some Rory Fox. I want to have the dream show of Rory Fox and Kerry Silkin together.
Holy shit. What
That
a mess that would be.
that would be so good. I gotta reach out to Kerry because like we usually
Why?
usually I bring him on like every December, like when I'm in the middle of taking my break. He's like a canned interview I put out. And last, like we didn't do it this year because I just didn't have the time to do anything other than put our year-end show together. As you could see, like we had a lot of like,
Oh
recycled
yeah.
clips for the year-end show this year because life was so busy. But
Hmm.
last time we had Carrie on, I said to him after the interview, I said, Carrie, this is the third time we've had you on, and I've never once got to ask you about the Ring of Honor versus CZW feud, which is one of my favorite angles in pro
That's right.
wrestling.
Yeah.
And so like the next time I said next time you come on, like that's all I want to talk about. He's like, ah yeah, bring me on. Carrie. I love Carrie. So I gotta
If
get
we're
Carrie
talking
back
repeat
on.
guests, you know who I want to reach back out to because another guy I miss,
Cool.
Lenny Leonard.
Yeah, I tried to
Lenny always tells great stories on this show.
I tried to get Lenny back on a couple years ago, and he's just like, ah, I'm not doing these things. I'm not in the business anymore. No one wants to hear from me. And I
I
do.
do, I
Yeah,
do.
Lenny told
But his
great
his two
stories.
appearances on the show are two of my favorites. I
Yeah,
love having
very,
Lenny around.
very underrated interviews on our show. Lenny Leonard,
Yeah,
very, very great
big time. They're a couple of my
storyteller.
favorite, couple
Very
of my
great
favorites.
storyteller. Yeah, I like Lenny. He's a good dude. Big baseball fan too.
Hmm. All
He's
right, bud.
actually he's
So
actually friends. Here's how about this for a full circle connection. Lenny Leonard is Twitter friends with the guy that sang our theme song for years, Doug, my
oh
friend
yeah,
from
yeah.
Sudbury.
I knew that. You told me that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Aren't they in
so
like a fantasy baseball league or
I
something
don't know if
together?
they're in a I don't think they're in
Something
a
like that.
fantasy league, but they connected like they I think one of them won Lenny won a contest that Doug was running and they became friends
Oh,
after
okay.
that. So,
I thought you were going to tell me Leonard was friends with Carl Carlson.
well,
Well, we got a lot to unpack this week.
yeah, it's
When we
WrestleMania season. I figure we'll be diving into the updated card and whatnot this
when
week.
that's what I want to talk about. When you and I talked just a week ago, we only had 6 matches. Now we have 12.
Yeah, and
WrestleMania is on its way.
I think we're gonna finish with 14. I think seven each night. I think they're gonna add two more matches. I think we're gonna
Hmm.
get Asuka versus Io Sky or Io Shirai or whatever. And I think we're gonna get the six-man tag with the Vision and Io Speed against the Usos and LA Knight.
Well, I do have some matches I want to talk about that I have good things to say about. Unfortunately, I don't have good things to say about everything that happened this week. Where do you want to start?
What do you
I
want to
missed
talk
SmackDown.
about, Mike?
I missed SmackDown this week, but I didn't miss Raw, and I didn't miss. What do you want to talk about? All right, let's go there. I okay. I'm going to play this double sided here because I'm going to tell you right now. When I saw the clips of Stephanie McMahon making an appearance on Raw,
Uh-huh.
all I saw was the clips of what she said to Cody and what he said back. I hated it because I thought none of it made sense. I'm like, why are you saying you're not your dad when he's come out and done so many? He's got probably more accolades than his father ever had at this point now. Like, this doesn't make sense to me at this point. Once I watched the promo, I didn't hate it as much because in context, it makes sense. She was saying, you're nobody knew better than your dad that you have to get to that place to go against these people. And Cody, you are not your dad. In context, it made more sense to me.
Yeah.
I still didn't like the promo. I didn't like him saying you're not your father either. Made absolutely no sense to me. At this point, does she want to be her father?
Well, that's what I was gonna
And
say. In 2026 is saying that you're not Vince McMahon an
yeah,
insult.
is that an insult?
Yeah.
And again, was Stephanie McMahon really needed for this promo? Did she make sense to be in this promo, or was she just put there because it was Madison Square Garden?
So that was my question. First of all, I thought Stephanie did a very good job. I'm not a Stephanie McMahon hater like a lot of other people are.
I'm not a hater. I just didn't think it made sense for her to be in this
I
promo.
thought her promo was great. Her delivery was great. Her she did a great job.
Sure.
Why does Stephanie McMahon care about Cody Rhodes? What's the
Yeah.
connection here? You know?
The only thing I could put together is what she said. She said, "You, me, and Randy have something in common because we're all multi generational stars. Nobody understands any of this better than you, me, and Randy." So for her to be the connector between her and like, I see what they were going for.
Why does
I
she
feel like
care?
it didn't work.
Why does this match what is it about this match?
Yeah, I
Unless
I
like
agree.
is Vince the person on the phone to Randy?
No, you said that, didn't you say that last week? Yeah,
I
it's not
I
Vince.
I would be shocked if it is.
It's not Vince.
But I mean, what I
Though
don't,
that would be a lot better than the leading fan theory
which is
that he's just talking to the voices in his head.
Yeah, I mean that would be stupid too.
I
Like,
hate that so much.
the whole
Even our good friend Chris Van Vliet talked about that fan theory and straight out said he goes, I really hope that's not it.
yeah, that would be very disappointing. Vince would also be very disappointing as
Mhm.
well. I just
I hate it to begin with anyways. I don't think there's almost anything they could do that wouldn't be disappointing.
so I've
Because if it
got
turns out to be Ric Flair, I'm disappointed. If it turns out to be Bob Orton, I'm disappointed. I don't know who you can get.
well, I don't know either. I kind of think this is a silly thing, but I want to kind of go on a little rant here for a minute because I have issues with wrestling fans, and I also have some slight issues with Cody Rhodes as well.
Okay.
We are only, this is what, WrestleMania 42 this year?
Yes, sir.
So 2 years ago, we saw in what many people call one of the greatest moments in WrestleMania history, Cody Rhodes finishing his story.
Mhm.
All right. It's one of the most emotional moments in nights in WWE history. I would argue it might be the best ending to a WrestleMania of all time. Um,
Sure.
the people wanted it. The people wanted Cody. And within a year and a half now, everybody's like, "Oh, Cody sucks. Oh, this is
Well,
boring." It's been 2 years, guys. Like it's been
I
two
call, but that,
2 years.
we go through this conversation so often. Wrestling fans, as soon as they get what they want, they don't want it anymore.
Yeah, it's brutal.
We're seeing the same thing with Sami Zayn right now. Everyone's turned on Sami Zayn.
Well,
We're
no,
seeing the
I
same
I don't
things
know if
over
it's
and
so
over.
much that everyone's turning on Sami Zayn as much as it is that they feel that Carmelo Hayes deserves a WrestleMania spot. I
No,
think
it's
I
if you
think
look at the
I
wrestling
don't think it's
chatter
just
right now.
Sammy. I don't think it's
No,
Sammy that's the issue. I think whoever won that title from Carmelo would be the issue.
I don't agree. They are saying things about Sammy that have not enough to do with that. You don't go out and call, and not just fans, like people that are writing for these sites call him one of the most boring wrestlers in
Yeah, well, that's just
history.
stupid.
That he never changes. That we've seen the same character for him for 10 years, which is bullshit.
So, but that's
You
not the end
know,
of my rant, though. By the way, I
hmm,
have more to it. I'm not going to fully shit on wrestling fans 100% on this one though. I feel like Cody, he's not giving us Cody. He's not feeling as authentic as he used to feel. And when I say that, like I think back to why did wrestling fans fall in love with Cody when he was doing all that stuff with on BTE with fuck the revival. Like Cody had a little bit more of an edge to him. Cody really does come across as like a corporate guy now, and I'm cool with that. We evolve,
because he is a corporate guy,
and
and
because he's the face of
again,
the company. But
what's
but
yeah,
but
nothing wrong with that.
here's why I think wrestling fans aren't connecting with Cody right now. And I'm going to give a specific example on Monday Night Raw. Stephanie McMahon wallops Cody in the face, smacks him right in the face. Cody takes it, delivers whatever, and then he ends his promo so lame. I've got two,
Thank
he
you.
grabs her
Oh
arm very
yeah, that
aggressively. I've got two words for you. Thank you. And I just like, now I know like we're in 2026 and like Cody's not going to drop Stephanie with the Crossroads, but like I just felt like that moment a light bulb kind of clicked for me, and I was let down, and I'm a huge Cody Rhodes fan. I've never wavered from Cody. I think he's the right choice to be the face of the company. I am not
mhm,
bored by his title reign. I hope
neither
we
am I.
see another 5 years of Cody Rhodes as the top act of the company, but I need more edge. Like Randy just destroyed you. Your best friend has betrayed you. And you're gonna let
But
Stephanie's like, where's your killer instinct here,
this is
Cody?
what I'm talking about. I said this last week. They're giving him the same shit to work with every year. It's got to be hard to play the same story year after year after year and keep it fresh.
But he did the same, but it's the same reaction every year also. Okay, John Cena killed me last year. I'm going to come out and talk for 4 weeks leading up to WrestleMania and hit you with one crossroads. There was no like I like Stone Cold Steve Austin. What would happen if Stephanie slapped him or The Rock back in the day? They would lay her out. I
Again,
know you can't do it. I know
yeah,
you can't do
we're
that.
comparing apples to oranges here because of
But
time
the
frames. But
the response wouldn't be thank you, is what I'm saying. There
no,
would be something different. Maybe like Cody comes out later in the show and lights up
see,
somebody. Like
and that's what would have saved that. You took the words of my mouth there. If him saying thank you meant, okay, you just click something in me, you just open something in me, you make sense. I understand what you're saying. I have to change. And then later in the show, he comes and proves that
I don't
he
want him
never
to
we
even
never saw
say
him again.
that, but I don't want to see Cody say, "You're right. I need to change. Thanks for slapping me in the face." I don't want him to say thank you. Like
Well,
you just got destroyed by Randy Orton, and now you're getting called out by Stephanie. Where's your killer instinct, Cody? Where, like, not just running out and punching Randy a bunch of times. Like, I need to see that fire from Cody. I don't want to see. I love corporate Cody Rhodes. I like what they're kind of doing with him, but I need to see that there is a switch to be flipped because we didn't see it last
well,
year with Cena, and that was part of the storyline, and I got it. But he's not learning from past mistakes. And
well,
that's where fans and that's where I see why wrestling fans aren't connecting with this Cody right now. We need a little more out of him.
well. They probably ran out of time. They couldn't finish the segment because they had to still give Adam Pierce 45 minutes of television time.
He was on TV a lot this week, and I
Damn
want to
right it
talk
was,
about
and
the
too much.
I want to talk about the Brock Lesnar Obafemi segment as well in a little bit because I've got some thoughts on that. But what else? What do you have anything else on this topic before we move on?
On this topic, no. In Raw in general, this week in WWE in general, yeah, lots. But as far as Cody goes, I agree with you. Starting like immediately, like this Friday, they need to up the game on this storyline from Cody's.
Cool.
Randy's doing fine. Randy's doing his job, but you gotta up the game on
And
Cody.
now it's way
It's
harder
got
for
to
Cody. Like
it's
Cody's in a
got to be
hard
more
spot.
personal. It's got
Being
to be more
being a
personal
babyface in 2026 might be the hardest job in professional
for
wrestling.
sure.
Being the top
Especially
babyface
going
in
up against a baby,
2026.
especially going up against Randy Orton
Hmm.
in 2026. And I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. Nobody is ever going to boo Randy Orton ever again. Ever
I
again. Randy Orton does not get booed. So Cody has to work that much harder.
I just think that they need to let Cody be Cody right now. Let
Randy
him
could
cut.
punt my daughter, and I would still have a hard time booing him.
I mean, fair
Like,
enough. But Cody,
like
they
that's
need
where he is in his career.
Cody needs to just be Cody right now. I need to see that that version of
But
Cody that
but what
connects.
version? Who is Cody? Cody's like we only see bits and pieces of that every 3-4 storylines.
Which
The
is
only person
fine.
that the only person that really got that out of him in the last few years is Drew.
Drew, Seth got him out a
No,
little bit,
Seth got out a little bit, but
right?
Drew,
But that's what
I
I like that though. I like that Cody has this part that he can that's locked away, and
uh,
it's time to let
if
that
he
part out
could
now.
bring out the stuff that he brought out for his feud with Drew,
Hmm.
if he could bring that out for Randy, we'd have something.
I mean, even with Drew, I thought we could have saw a little bit more. Like Drew
I
took
think we
his
could
title.
have.
Drew
Yeah,
took his title.
yeah.
Like why? And all of a sudden, like Cody and Jacob Fatu are cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of scenes missing there, but
All right. What else happened on Raw? We have new tag team champions in
yeah,
division.
yeah, it's not a
Cool.
shock. LA Knight almost
Yeah,
fell again. That's everyone's boy. Did you see that? He sat on the top rope and almost fell backwards during the entrance.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's put the title on him, guys. He's your guy.
I,
Go
I,
internet
I don't
wrestling
I don't
fans.
I don't know why everybody has such a problem with people making little mistakes like that, though. You try standing on those ropes when they're
I
all
won't.
greased up with fucking
But
Obafemi sweat. Or
but if
sorry. What would Punk say? They're greased up with oil and jizz.
oh God, and Punk again. We'll talk about that later. Punk's little post Raw celebration.
All right.
Uh,
Let's talk about. I do have a few other things to talk about, but I know you want to talk about Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. Um, Again with the Paul Heyman and Adam Pearce stuff. they could tone that down a little bit for me. We don't need 30 segments of Adam. They could check your email. 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 We don't need that for a whole fucking show. We really don't. You could have toned that down a bit. And then, you have Paul Heyman going, I'm going. He was just in the ring. He was just in the ring 5 seconds ago, and then says, I know I'm forward tracking here, but he just did the thing with Brock Lesnar. Now he's going, I'm gonna go in the ring. You were just in the fucking ring.
Paul
And then
Heyman.
next, he's not in the ring. It's Dom Mysterio. Like,
I don't have a problem. Well, that was a commercial break promo, but I don't have a problem with Heyman being all over my TV because he's phenomenal. I thought Brock Lesnar was absolutely incredible again this week. Heyman's just going on and on about some stupid shit about pissing yourself, and Brock just gets mad and goes, "Get out here! I've had enough. Shut up, Paul. Get out here!" But like,
So
I thought Brock was phenomenal this week until he wasn't.
going into this, I was thinking about something. I'm like, okay, what do I want to see from the storyline?
I know
And
exactly
then
what it is. Triple H,
what
bring him in.
let's whatever. What do I want to see? And what do we usually see from storylines like this? What do you expect to see? You expect to see the up and coming star, the baby face, get all the TV time every week, and we don't see Brock Lesnar every week, right?
Mhm.
I wanted to flip the script. I wanted Brock Lesnar to be so rattled by Obafemi that he's so insecure about Obafemi that he needs to come out and prove himself every week. He comes out every week and in 30 seconds or less murders somebody every week and then leaves. Kind of like what Sid did on his road to WrestleMania 8. How he came out on television every week, killed a jobber, cut a promo on Hulk Hogan and left. That's what I want to see from Brock Lesnar. So when Brock came out in fucking fight gear, I was like, holy shit, the gods listened. I think that's what we're going to happen. He's going to come out and kill somebody. It's not what happened.
I thought I don't need to see Brock fight every week. I just thought that Brock was phenomenal this week. Like, hey, you got me the one time, I wasn't ready. Got me the second time, I wasn't ready. I'm in full gear. I'm ready to kill you. Here comes
You not think
Oba.
it takes it down just a little bit though when he's full out dancing to Obafemi's music?
No, Brock can do whatever he wants. He's Brock is crazy. Brock is crazy. Let him because like he to me that's like let's do that. Like
Yeah.
that's like boombox Brock. Like he's just
Yeah.
always so crazy. Like Brock makes that stuff work. Oba coming out, absolutely destroying the security, looked phenomenal. He
I
launched that one guy.
between launching that one dude to the floor and then later Brock F5ing that dude. I know I like we're smart enough to know that these guys are not security guards. This is local talent, so they can take it. But you don't train to land like that. That dude who got fucking thrown by Oba,
Yeah, that was a rough
wasn't
landing.
padding.
I
That's not
feel
padding.
like the F5 could have been called on the fly by Brock as well
I have a feeling. Yeah.
because that was pretty nasty. Um, Oba gets in the ring. I like that he pushed Adam Pierce. I thought that was great. I like that he did a lap of the ring, making Brock
I
wait
liked that
because you
too.
don't see that a lot, which was
Yeah.
good. And then they get in the ring, and here we go. Triple H, one man, gets in between these two monsters that tower over him.
And it's not my problem isn't that it was Triple H. Everyone, yeah, I know you said last week, I don't want Triple H on my TV anymore. I don't care that it was Triple H. It makes sense as Triple H. He's trying to protect his match. He's trying to protect his show. I get that. But what you just said, one man.
When has
Why should it take one per? I don't care who a one man with a fucking pacemaker. What
well here
a
here's
man
my
who shouldn't
points about
be
that.
getting
My
involved in anything.
my
Between
points
these
about
two
that.
monsters? No.
I understand. Okay, I understand even why Oba would take a step back because he's like, okay, this is the boss.
Sure.
When has Brock Lesnar ever gave
Ever
a
gave a shit?
shit?
No.
And he's all of a
Or,
sudden listening to Triple
or
H,
Paul Heyman. Paul
right?
Heyman doesn't give a shit.
This video on YouTube, I'm looking at it right now, has 1.4 million views. It is head and shoulders. You can combine almost every other clip from Raw, and it's beating it. It's titled Triple H gets in between Brock Lesnar and Obafemi.
Okay.
No. Triple H, what are we doing here? Why does he need to be
Okay,
out here for this
I don't
segment?
whoa. I don't understand what your point and all that was.
Why is Triple H's name, first of all, the number one focus point in this segment, in
Okay,
their
but all
YouTube video? Why
I
is Triple H involved in this at all? I get
but
why
are you not in the minority here at this point if you led this by saying that it's got millions of views?
people want to see Oba and Brock. I don't see the need for Triple
What was
H.
the first name on that title?
I think that is egotistical move there, big time. I'm sure he didn't name the YouTube video also, so I'm not blaming Triple H for that. I don't think there's 1.4 million views because Triple H
Listen,
was in this segment, by the way.
if I'm running the social media of WWE, is that the title I'm using? Probably not. But I do think you're thinking a little bit too much into it. I look at that video and my first thought isn't, oh, why are they giving Triple H top bill? That without you mentioning it, that doesn't even come to my mind.
I've just saw it now and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Why Triple H
I
top bill? I don't
Whatever.
understand why Brock Lesnar is listening to Triple
That
H.
and there's that's my issue. I take Triple H out. Like I don't care that it was Triple H.
I
My
do.
problem is the storyline.
This storyline
Brock
has been
shouldn't give
phenomenal.
no
This
no
whole
the storyline of this segment right here, this little thing right here involving Triple H. Bring Triple H out, but don't have Brock cower to him. Don't have Brock listen to him. Don't have Paul Heyman listen to him. Paul Heyman doesn't give a shit. And that part, I'm with you 100%. That part made zero sense.
Also, we need to get a new like their WWE is really like hammering two angles down our throat right now. Like not angles, but like two finishes or segments down our throat right now. The pull apart brawls. We need to get something a little different
And
than pull apart
and the
brawls.
and the Mask Man bullshit.
The mask man bullshit, whatever, that's brutal too. But they're also doing the finish where like one guy runs the other guy into the ropes and gets hit and then pinned. Like they've done it like 4 times in the last
Okay,
three
I
weeks.
hadn't really noticed that.
That's how
Okay,
that's how
sure.
Sammy won the belt. Candice LeRae
Yeah,
helped Machine Guns win doing that. There was one on Raw. I can't remember what it was, but like let's just get a new finish.
sure.
like,
Okay.
like let's just get a new finish out there as well.
So let's pivot since we're talking about things we don't like, and we're talking about Paul Heyman. Let's pivot to the thing I hate the most right now.
Okay.
So Paul comes back out, and Seth Rollins comes out.
Hmm.
Fine, fine. Then Gunther comes out and turns this into a WrestleMania match that is the stupidest fucking book thing I can think of right now.
I disagree.
You can't, somebody loses here.
Yeah.
You can't, these are two guys that can't lose at WrestleMania right now.
Why?
If Seth loses, it hurts Braun on Braun's return.
What if Braun returns and costs Seth?
That's the only way this can work, and I don't see that happening.
Why? I think Braun's
And
clear.
and Gunther can't lose. It's going to
Gunter won't
slow down
lose.
his momentum.
Gunter won't lose.
I don't like this match at all.
This
Not
is
to
going
mention,
to
it doesn't make
be.
any fucking sense
Of course it does.
at all.
How do you
He's been
figure?
feuding with Paul Heyman for fucking 3 weeks,
Who?
4 weeks. Seth.
Seth? Yeah. Who do you think hired Gunter?
You think that's where they're going to go with this, and you're wrong.
Thousand
You're
percent.
wrong. 1,000% you're wrong.
How?
Mark my words. Paul Heyman has nothing to do with Gunther. Nothing.
I don't think he's going to manage Gunter, but I think that he is going to pay. I think he's going
No,
to owe Gunter a favor down the line. And you know what that favor is going to be?
I think you're wrong.
Brock Lesnar.
See, that's great. That's great storytelling. That's great booking. That's great. I love it. But WWE won't do that. I'm telling you that right now.
We've also got to take into account too, this was neither one of these guys' original plans for WrestleMania. And everybody else is
See,
busy.
and that's why I feel it's kind of shoved together because
Well,
we just found
is.
out
It is shoved
Braun's
together.
definitely out, Ray's out. What are we gonna do? Just throw them together.
I've heard, I don't know the truth to this, obviously, it's speculation. I heard Braun is cleared, but they don't want to rush the match with Seth.
I hadn't heard that. Interesting.
And I heard that And then Gunter, like, what do you do with Gunter? I still like my Steve Austin idea better than this match.
Me
That
too.
being said, this match is going to be fucking amazing. This might be the match I'm second most excited for right now on WrestleMania. I think these guys are going to kill it if they give it time.
The
And
match will be good. I just
I,
don't
I
like
get
the.
what you're saying about neither one of these guys should be losing right now. Seth can lose. It will be fine. It would be stupid to have Gunter lose unless there's something that's going to set up the next step. But I could see Braun Breaker returning here and setting up him and Seth for the future, and I think that makes sense. And Gunter keeps his heat. Paul Heyman will owe Gunter one, and that one will be I want Brock Lesnar. I want to retire Brock Lesnar, and
Well,
I think that's how we get to Gunter and Brock at SummerSlam.
also, how did Gunther cut himself? Was it on his
He's
watch or something?
I don't know. Maybe
He all of
Seth
a sudden just
scratched
comes around.
him.
He's
Yeah, I
fucking
know. I was
gushing
like,
from his eyes. Like
maybe
what?
Seth scratched him. Maybe cut
Uh,
himself. I didn't catch where that happened either. But yeah, I mean, it looked great. Like
yeah, it was a great visual, but
I'm
I
not
just
as
didn't.
I'm not as hating on this one. I'm giving them the
Okay,
benefit of the doubt
sure.
because I know that this wasn't the
I
original
want to like
plan.
it. I just can't make it make sense.
I mean, I think next week when Heyman cuts the promo, it'll make more sense. Because like, take a look at Vision. Everybody's busy right now, right?
Yeah,
Heyman's not going to come to Brock to take care of this because Brock needs to focus on Oba.
yeah.
Austin Theory and Logan Paul are tied up winning the tag team titles. That was their mission. They've done that. They're now with the Usos. Heyman's got nobody, so he had to hire
Was
outside.
Curtis Axel busy?
Curtis Axel's never too busy to pick up the phone.
So the matches, a couple matches that we knew were going to happen. We talked about this last week. They're finally announced. We got Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams.
Yeah,
We got Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. We got Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. But also, Tyler, the wrestling gods listen to Count It Out, baby. They listen because we pitched this match last week, and here we are. We've got Penta putting his title up in a five-way ladder match at WrestleMania.
I think they're gonna add another body or two to that match as well.
Well, with the people involved right now, I think they do need one more.
I think
Now,
we
I
get one
did
more.
say I wanted Javon Evans in that match, and we got it.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Lee being in that match, give it to me all day. I love me some Dragon Lee.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of JD McDonough.
fair. He's good though.
Um, I hope that changes at WrestleMania.
He's
I've got
very
three
good.
guys. I've got three guys that I'm just like on all the time. JD McDonough is one, Austin Theory is the other,
Yeah,
and Grayson Waller is the third.
yeah, fair.
All three of those guys have not done, like, I get they're talented, but they've never just done it for me. And I hope JD McDonough proves me wrong at WrestleMania. I hope he gives me a performance in this ladder match that I can remember.
I like
And then,
JD. I like
and then there's
JD.
Rusev.
I love
And then
that
there's
he's in
Rusev.
there.
Hey,
I love that he's in there.
yeah. He's not my first pick. He's not someone I've been like would have been there. But then when you see his name, you're like, yeah, okay, oh yeah, I want him at WrestleMania for sure.
I'd like to
I
go
do
back.
think they're going to add another a sixth person. I don't know who,
Yeah.
but I think you need to put somebody in there.
I'd also like to go back and read all the results of Mania main event for the last 3 weeks because apparently these have been qualifying matches or happening on main event to get into this ladder match.
What?
That's what they
Really?
said on. I think they said that on commentary.
But they literally just announced the ladder match on Raw.
They said that they've taken the people that have been winning on main event and are putting them into the
Oh,
ladder
that's,
match.
that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, tune into
that-
main event. Means
I
something.
guess so. Yeah, but to already say, hey, the shows you didn't watch.
Well, Penta
You know what I
did
mean?
say though. Penta did say that this match was approved before, like it had been approved already,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know.
Ah,
It's kind of weird. And last but not least, the match that you pitched last week, of course, is happening, and that's the Fatal Four Way for the Women's Tag Team Championships.
yeah, this is great.
Yeah,
It's
this
too
is
bad.
exactly how you said it was going to be.
It's too bad that they couldn't get Raquel Gonzalez and Roxanne Perez in there. Or sorry, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez in there because Raquel especially, she's really done some great work the last
But
couple months, and It'd be nice. It'd be
So,
nice to
so,
have
so who
her
do you
get a
want out
spot.
there? You want the who do
Nobody.
you want out there? You want the
No,
Dallas? I
I
don't
don't.
want 5 teams. That's too
No,
much.
neither do I. I just said it's too bad that they couldn't find a place
Oh,
for
I
those
see.
two on the card.
I see what you're saying. Okay,
Because Raquel,
because I
Raquel
like the four. I
especially.
like the 4 teams that are in there.
Me too. It's booked perfectly. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it would be
Yeah,
nice if and I think we get Raquel involved and Roxanne involved in the women's title match. But I just wanted to
mhm,
tip my cap. I think Raquel's done some fantastic work the last few months and
for
just wanted to
sure.
put some shine on her.
I I'll, I'll always agree with that. Um, anything else from Raw or SmackDown that caught your attention?
CM
Good or
Punk
bad?
and Roman segment.
Okay. It was okay.
Yeah, it
I
was fine. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing great. Nothing wrong.
there didn't they've been talking every week. Here's what I did like about it. We didn't have fucking Jey Uso garbling his words for an entire
Hated that he
promo.
wasn't involved. Hated it. I want
We
Jey
we
Uso
had
gargling my words every week.
we had we didn't need a promo this week. We needed
Uh-uh.
action this week
Uh-huh.
because Punk's been getting his ass kicked for weeks on end. Punk needed a win this week. And
Yeah.
fuck did he get his win.
Well, Punk hasn't been
CM
getting his
Punk,
ass kicked weekly. He got beat up
well,
once.
but he's always been on the losing end of the promos, I find.
No, they're going week to week. Like it's literally been 50-50 so far.
I think he needed the big win this week. He got the big win this week.
Mhm.
CM Punk power bombed Roman Reigns.
Yeah, look good.
Power bombed Roman Reigns through a table. That wasn't on my bingo card, man.
They looked really good.
I loved it.
Thought they
Loved
did
it.
a great job. I thought Punk was
What?
great.
So you had a problem with the way he ended this, though, did you?
Well, it was off the air. But Punk's like doing the jerk off movement and throwing jizz in fans' faces. This is his new gimmick is like CM Punk the Jizz Master now. Like I I don't know. I love me some CM Punk, but I like it's not
I didn't
2006
see that.
anymore, man.
I
There's a
didn't see
clip
that.
where
That's so funny.
After Raw went off the air, he was standing on the barricade and there was one fan just giving him the finger and telling him he sucked.
Yeah.
And Punk was like, "Fuck you, piece of shit." And then the guy was like, "You're old." And Punk's like, "Ugh," and gave him the jizz. And I was just like, "What is
I love
happening
it.
here,
I love
man?"
that
Like,
so much.
I'm really digging Punk and Roman. I've enjoyed the build so far. I thought the promo work has been good. I think we're getting physicality at the right time.
Yes.
I'm really excited to see what they have planned for the last two. I would say this has probably been the second best build so far for WrestleMania, next to Brock and Oba.
Sure.
And like Brock and Oba has just been so simple. I
That's what I
thought
love about it. They don't
me too.
need anything else. I love it.
And
Yeah.
I really I like that the mental chess game. Both of these guys have got each other rattled. The only if I'm going to be nitpicky, and this is only to find a nitpick, it's been very like predictable. Like Punk wins this week, Roman wins this week, Punk wins this week, Roman wins this week. Like very
Mhm.
50-50 booking. It would be nice to get like maybe a draw or have Roman go up 2 weeks in a row. Like
Sure.
these matches are hard because there's no clear babyface and heel, and
Yeah.
that's a little harder to do. But it's 2026, and that's kind of the direction of the business now. So
Mhm.
like we got to roll and adapt with it, and it's gonna make for a
Well,
great main
and
event
yeah, and
at
that was kind of my
WrestleMania.
point last week when you were talking about you know we were discussing the Gunther and Brock dynamic, and you're talking about how Gunther has to be the heel in that, and to me, we're at a point where what does that even mean anymore? You know?
Gunter is like one of the true heels in WWE though. Like there are a couple guys that are heels. Like Logan
Mhm.
Paul is a heel. Gunter is a
Yeah.
heel. Everybody else is kind of, Cody's a babyface apparently who gets booed more than a lot of the heels do.
Well,
But
that's been the way it's been in WWE for the last
well,
20 years.
no one wants to accept a top
That's
babyface anymore.
that's the John that's John Cena started something, man. If
And
you're
you
on
know
top
what
and you're
though?
the baby face, you're an asshole.
You know what it is though? It's not. I wouldn't say it's the John Cena thing. I just think that nobody has a grasp on what people want in 2026 to cheer for.
Mm-hmm.
And no one's found it yet because we didn't. Like think back to before it was Stone Cold, right? Shawn Michaels was getting booed a lot in 1996 as the world champion.
because that was people were this. I think you can go get back further. You go to the end of Hulk Hogan
Yeah, people
when
were booing Hogan.
people were getting burnt out on Hogan's character. By the time Hogan was done, okay, so Shawn and Bret come in, but they're still, and this is why they're not drawing the the buildings anymore. People want something different. They don't want the fresh meat babyface anymore. They just don't know what they want because they haven't been shown it yet.
Mhm.
It's not until Stone Cold Steve Austin comes to the break, out of the gate, that they're like, "Oh yeah, this is what we've been waiting for."
Yeah.
They needed to be shown it. They needed to be like, "Here, this is what you've been waiting for. That's right here." Until they got Stone Cold Steve Austin, they didn't know. All they knew is that they didn't want Hulk Hogan anymore. And all
No
Bret
one's
Hart was,
found
and all
that
Shawn
yet.
Michaels was like the new version. A little
Nobody
edgier, but
nobody's found that yet. Like
they
Cena had a great run, but he never found the way to be that level.
so here's
He never found the Hogan level. He never found the Austin level.
so here's a
And
question
that's a
for you.
rare thing to do. Like this is not it's not like just like why is nobody be the top biggest star ever? It's
In our
lightning in a
lifetime,
bottle.
yeah, in our lifetime, will we ever see another Stone Cold Steve Austin?
I don't think we ever see another Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I do think that we see another person that captures that lightning.
But that's what I mean. I don't mean another character like Stone Cold. I mean, do we see another person who was able to take the business back to where Stone Cold had it?
Uh
To do something so different,
yeah,
to be so out of the box, to be holy shit, this is where wrestling has to go now.
I do think that. I think there's a lot of potentials on the main roster that could get there. I think they got something special in Obafemi. I don't
Mhm.
think he's the guy that maybe gets to the Stone Cold level, but I think he's the guy that people will rally behind.
Can I say a name?
Yeah.
Trick
Trick
Williams,
Williams.
I think, has something that we haven't seen yet. I
Hmm.
don't think we've seen even close to the potential that we're going to get from Trick Williams. I don't even know if Trick Williams understands the potential he has in him. I think there's a diamond under that coal. You know what I mean? There's
Pump
something
that
in there.
trick. Pump that
Yeah,
trick. But I
I
mean
think we're gonna
like
get something real special as a
I
trick.
think they've had people that could have been if they embraced it a little more. I think Daniel
Mhm.
Bryan had a shot to take the business to a bigger level than they let him. I think
Sure.
CM Punk was a guy that
CM Punk
I think CM Punk will.
back back 15, 20 years. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't a fan of him at the time, I did think he was going to be the guy to bring the business to a next level.
Could
Obviously, that didn't happen.
could you imagine rebooking CM Punk and John Cena and the aftermath of Money in the Bank, but like in present day, like with how social media is now, and
Wow.
like with the working relationships that the WWE has,
Yeah.
like they rush Punk back on TV in a month. But could you imagine letting CM Punk at that time frame go to Ring of Honor and as a WWE champion and go to
Great.
New Japan as a
Yeah.
WWE champion? And in this present day, he could show up in TNA wrestling.
He could show up in TNA. He
He
could
could
show up
go to
with Noah. He could show
AAA,
up at AAA.
Noah, a hundred
Yeah.
percent. I just
Or,
think
or even the indies that they have little, because I'm sure
House of
they could get
Glory,
him into MLW, House
Barry
of Glory,
Wrestling,
ICW.
fork out the wallet, Gibson.
Oh
But
man.
I just think that but I think if they would have let CM Punk do that then and let
Yeah.
that breathe a little more, whew, man,
And back then we would
I
have
think Punk is the
and back
closest
then
guy.
and back then we would have believed it. We would have been like, holy shit, he is gone. He is going to these companies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think Punk was the
Now it
closest
would have
guy
been
to
like,
that
yeah,
level.
okay, we know WWE has these relationships.
Yeah.
This is all the work.
But it
We
still
would have
would have
believed
been,
it back
hey,
then.
listen, we knew WWE and TNA work together and people still pop every time there's a crossover.
Sure enough.
Right? Mike Santana was on NXT last night, got a great reaction.
Mhm.
I
One
think
last
Punk was
thing,
the
because
closest, though.
talking about NXT for a second, before we move on to your list, I do want to say, can I tell you what one of my favorite things in all of wrestling is right now?
Yes.
Just something that makes me smile, and so like a gimmick that's just working for me. I love what Johnny Gargano is doing
Oh, it's so
so
great. People are
much,
shitting all
so
over
much.
it, and I love it.
Why? It's so good,
I think
so
it's
good.
hilarious.
Yeah, I love everything
I
about
didn't
it.
see what he did last night, but
What a way to make Tommaso Ciampa leaving work for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love it. I love
Yeah.
everything about it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. I like that like they brought him back. I would really like though like his return to NXT to have been what snapped him out of it. Like, oh, this is my home. Like that would have
My
been
home.
cool.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
also like don't want to see this gimmick end either. So like
Right.
I'm kind of torn, but kind of torn between it. But yeah, I mean, I
I
love.
love everything about it. I
Yeah,
hope
I'm
it
a
goes
big.
for. Like this isn't the kind of gimmick that can last too long because it'll get stupid. But I hope it lasts a little bit longer and then something snaps them out. But I really like it a lot.
Really quick before we move on to the list, I'd like to just mention what I think is actually a big loss for TNA Wrestling, and that's Danny Luna.
Yeah, big loss.
I think she was really like the people were really getting behind her, and I think she
I
was
think.
somebody that they could have built. We talked about it like about a month ago on the show, how
Mhm.
that knockouts division needed
Yep,
something a little more. I think they just lost their something more.
I could not agree with you more. This could be AEW's game. I don't know. I
I
this
think she
could
would be great in AEW.
she could be hitting the Indies. I don't know what she's going to do now, but I think this is a big ball drop by TNA for sure.
Now, the rumors on the street, and again, these are rumors, so I have no proof of any of this. It's
Sure.
just what the internet is
Great.
saying.
Grain of salt. Yeah.
Is that there is a lot of not a lot of people, but there are a group of people in TNA that have been very unhappy with the booking and with the WWE relationship,
Hmm.
and feeling that the certain people are getting lost in the shuffle.
I mean, if rumor or not, I can believe it.
Mhm.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I think Danny's got a great future ahead of her though. And what do you do now? Like TNA, again, this knockouts division. Who do you get behind? Who do you put the belt? Like, because man,
Marasade is a big name for me right now. You got
yeah, but
push, push, push.
now she's gonna get into that storyline with Rosemary and Allie,
Yeah, that's right.
which is great. I think having Rosemary and Allie back on TV is going to be a big boost for that division as well. Mara Sade, I mean, she's a friend of the show. I was talking to her on the weekend actually about the TV taping. She's fantastic, and
Yeah.
I really wish the best for her. I would love to see her get thrust in that spotlight. Is it time? Maybe I don't know. You're taking a chance here, but is it time to elevate Tessa Blanchard a little more?
I think so. She's definitely a name. Listen, I like Ariana Grace. I just don't know if she's your face for the next 5 to 10 years.
No, and she's a WWE superstar also, right?
Oh, is
She,
she? Is she?
she's
I
from
know she's been on
NXT.
NXT. I know she's
She's
been. Okay, I thought it was one of
She's
those.
signed, but she's
Okay,
signed. She's been signed with WWE for years.
all right.
Yeah, like that's an
Um,
NXT person. Like they're, Jody Threat. I would love to see them get behind Jody.
Jody. Who's that?
Jody, by the way, just beat Mercedes Monet last night in Winnipeg as we record this. Got that title back.
Who else is over there? Indy Hartwell's still over there.
Indy Hartwell's over there. Yeah,
Uh,
she hasn't really resonated, like connected with the fans. Cora
no.
Jade, former Elena Black, whatever her
Elena
name
Black.
is.
Thanks you. That was the name I was looking for in my head.
She hasn't really
Harley
connected
Hudson.
either.
I like
Eh,
some Harley Hudson.
too soon, I think, on her.
Yeah, she's got a great look though, eh?
Yeah, 100%.
I think she's going to be a star.
But it's like
Kylie King.
I don't even really know
Okay.
much about her. But this is what this is what we talked about. TNA's biggest issue has been is that lack of a face of the company.
Yeah.
Like they're working on building Mike Santana. He definitely feels a little more special than some other people on there.
Is
But
is Tasha Steele still over there?
no, she's been gone for a while.
That's unfortunate.
So. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's a big loss. Hopefully they can. Yeah, and not TNA's been doing great work still. Like let's. I'm not shitting on TNA here.
Or
Their shows.
what's Eddie's wife's name?
Eddie Alicia Edwards.
Alicia Edwards, yeah.
Yeah,
She's
she's.
she's improved a lot in the last few years. I could see her getting a bit more pushed.
They've got her kind of feuding with Eddie right now.
Oh yeah?
She's
I
on
got
Moose. You got to get caught up on
I
TNA,
gotta
man.
get
You're
caught up
missing
big time. I
out.
really do. I know. It's definitely something I want to do.
They got Moose. Moose was kicked out of the system, and Alicia sided with Moose.
Okay.
So
Speaking of
that's
getting caught up, let's get caught up with the clock here. because it's ticking down and we still have a list to do.
Well, I don't think this list is going to take very long. Triple H is just going to come in and break it up if it goes too long, anyways. So, let's do it. Let's count down the top seven Bret Hart WrestleMania matches. And I mean, 1 through 4 was a no-brainer. I didn't even go back and
Yeah.
rewatch 1 through 4 because you don't have to, because they are all classics in WrestleMania
The only
history.
thing with me for 1 through 4 were 2 and 3 for me, because 2 and 3 are very interchangeable for me personally.
Yeah, well, that's because like
But
what one of my
we'll
what
get there.
yeah, because
Yeah,
that's your favorite match of all time, one of them, right? So
exactly.
I get it. I get it.
Both of them. But
Um,
well, all three of them.
yeah.
But
Well,
like 1, 2, and 3 for me are not only my three favorite Bret Hart matches, they're three of my 10 favorite matches of all time, which is insane.
I think this might be the closest that we will ever come to having our list be exactly the same.
We'll see about that for 4 through 7. But okay, let's do this.
My number seven, I'm going back to WrestleMania 9. It is Bret Hart
Okay.
versus Yokozuna.
Well, already you're on track with me. Yeah. Same thing. Same thing.
This match I really enjoyed, and then it just ended.
This falls into Javon Evans, Leon Slater territory,
With
where
the
we
poor
could talk
finish
about this
and
being a great match, but if the finish didn't make me want to throw shit against the wall.
well, so here's the thing, right? I really liked how creative Brett was in this match of getting Yoko down, about
Yeah.
like, tying him up in the ropes, and the bulldog was working and all that stuff. The issue was the match just ended out of nowhere. So what happened, and this is according to Brett that he wrote in his book, and I believe this going back and rewatching the match, that match was supposed to go on for another like 8 to 10 minutes. And Yoko gassed out and called for the finish. And Brett didn't get his comeback.
Right.
And if that match did have like another 6 minutes of Brett having his comeback before the finish, I think this is
Mm-hmm.
a top 5 match.
Agreed.
But it just, it ended abruptly, and then we don't need to talk about Hogan must pose at the end. But yeah, I think you give this match 5 more minutes, let Brett get a little bit more shine in the comeback, and this is a number 5 match.
Cool. I'm with you.
Number 6, I went back to WrestleMania 3. It is the 6-man tag match, Hart Foundation and Danny Davis versus Tito Santana and the British Bulldogs.
You called it. Maybe this is going to be a perfect one-on-one list, because my number 6 is also WrestleMania 3.
This match, I think, would have been my number 5 if the camera work was better and the commentary was better.
Sure.
The,
The commentary I can't speak to, because I wasn't really listening to it while I was rewatching this match. I was
the,
kind of doing three things at once, looking at. But every time I did look up, you're right. The camera work,
they missed
yeah,
everything. They missed the finish. They missed
yeah,
Danny Davis press spot at the beginning. Like they
yeah,
missed everything. Cameron missed everything. Really hurt the match. Jesse Ventura not being on commentary, being replaced by Mary Hart was terrible
yeah.
as
That was
well.
weird.
The action was great. I just wish we saw more of it, especially when
Sure.
Brett and Dynamite were in there together. Man, though, like, what else do you need to say about Brett and Dynamite being in the ring together?
I told you, this is probably the first and maybe only time Danny Davis ever makes a list on this show. So enjoy it.
Well, number 7, we're gonna go to, or sorry, number
No, number
5.
5.
I was thinking of the WrestleMania we're about to talk to. That would be WrestleMania 7.
Holy shit, are we ever on track here?
Nasty Boys versus the Hart
Yes.
Foundation. This was a fun tag team match on a very underrated WrestleMania.
Mhm.
Um, two teams that like you don't think about that would have great matches together,
Love
but
it.
they really did.
Yeah.
Brett selling for the match, the Anvil shine, the finish was great. The Nasty Boys cheating. I mean, it's just a
The
solidly good
Nasties,
tag team match.
the Nasties were a great tag team for their era.
Mhm.
Everybody, you don't talk about the Nasties enough for what they did for the tag team division. Were they the Killer Bees? Were they the Hart Foundation? No, they weren't. But they also didn't need to be,
You know
because
what?
not every team needed to be the British Bulldogs. They
They were
didn't
the
need it.
they were the Killer Bees though, because they were the strong mid card team.
That's rude.
According to my wife,
A-
it's very rude.
Accurate, but rude. But what I mean is that, like, their in-ring work. The Bees were two of the greatest workers of that era.
Yeah.
The Nasties didn't need to work like Blair and Brunzell. They didn't need to work like Hart and Neidhart. They didn't need to work like the British Bulldogs. They needed to be the guys against those guys.
Mhm.
And it worked so well. You needed teams like them. You needed teams like the Bushwhackers, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, it's
You
different, right?
you needed teams like the natural disasters.
I was just going to mention them.
Especially these heel teams, were needed in this era, and they did it better than almost anybody.
Oh yeah,
I love the Nasties. I absolutely do. And this match definitely deserves to be talked about here today.
absolutely. And as is my number four. My number four, we're going to go to WrestleMania 12. It's the Iron Man match, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels.
The amount of people who would put this as number one is
Nobody's
mind-boggling to me.
putting this at number one.
It's been number one, it's been number two. I've seen it all over the place. And it's mind-boggling to me that this is anybody's number, but anything but number four.
I could see people putting it above what I have at my number three, just because I don't think people remember how good my
Sure.
number three is.
This
Um, this match, though, it's you either absolutely love this match or you absolutely hate this match. There is no in between on it, except unless you're me. I just think it's a good
I
match.
was just about to say, no, I'm definitely in the mid ground because I don't absolutely love this match, but I don't hate it either.
Yeah,
I
I just think
respect the
it's a good
match
match.
for what it was. You won't catch me rewatching it. I don't have an hour to kill.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, an hour and 5 minutes. I don't have that kind of time in my life for a match like this. Um, to be perfectly honest, I did rewatch it about 3-4 years ago for a show we did, and I remember thinking, "Damn, for two of the best workers that era had to offer, this match is kind of boring."
I think that this match would be a lot better if they didn't have the Iron Man gimmick on it and they just wrestled for an hour.
Agreed. I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to shake things up. They're trying to be different. They were trying to really, I was gonna say show what Bret could do, but that match was not made for Bret. That match, this whole build, this whole everything was made for Sean and
Yeah, and I get it.
yeah, but I don't know. The Iron Man concept kind of killed it for me.
I'm not a big fan of Iron Man matches in general.
If I could change two things about this whole setup, I would change the Iron Man and I would pull Jose Lothario out of the entire build.
Ah, Super Sock, come on. Who's
Those
Sid
two
gonna get
things,
his
and
heat
then
on?
everything else is different.
Who's
Everything
Sid
else
gonna
is
get his heat on? I like that they had Jose with Sean because it was like Stu was training Brett, Jose was training Sean.
just face Sean with a manager just never made sense
No, it
to
didn't
me.
make sense. You're right,
You
but
know,
I did like the mind frame
Sean with
behind it.
Sherry made sense. Sean with bodyguards
Mhm.
always made sense. That always looked great for
Yeah, you
Sean.
got to keep all the
Once,
chicks off him.
once Sean was the face of the company, once Sean was the white meat baby face, you put him with this Mr. Peanut looking dude. It's just I don't know, made no sense to me. Didn't like
Drugs
it.
have ruined my life. I'm 33 years old.
I have no doubt what your numbers 1, 2, and 3 are. Like I said, 2 and 3 are interchangeable for me, but
Well, let's
I know what your
see.
number three is.
Let's
Let's
see
be
where you're
honest.
gonna go here because I put my number three at what I think your number two may be. I've got Brett versus Piper at WrestleMania 8.
I, I also put this as number three.
Oh, there you go. You
Uh,
took your
but
heart out
like
of
I
this one.
but like I said, they are interchangeable.
100%. A
Um,
lot of people would argue that number one and number two could be interchangeable as well.
that not me because number one's my favorite wrestling match of all time. So,
Yeah, because you're a Bret Hart mark.
but I yes, because number 1, 2, and 3 on this list, including this match we're talking about right now, they are three of my favorite matches of all time. When
Ooh, Mike's gonna marry Bret Hart. You love him. Why don't you marry him?
when I introduce somebody to professional wrestling, when somebody says, "What should I watch?" This is a go-to match for me. WrestleMania 8, number one, fuck everybody. WrestleMania 8 is probably my favorite WrestleMania of all time.
It's a good guilty pleasure WrestleMania.
I love WrestleMania 8 so much. I love 1992 so much.
It is a good year of
God, I love
wrestling.
92.
92's got some good in-ring work.
It is, well, it's my second favorite year in wrestling, second only to 97.
Fair.
For sure. But Brett and Piper, I love everything about it. You've alluded to this promo probably 5, 6 times in the last 6 years.
I love it.
You love this promo, the I change your diapers promo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so good.
I know you love that.
Now, your mama be over there making them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
It was such a simple story. It was the old guard holding on to that title, going, "This is mine. You're not going to take it," and that's it. They didn't need anything else for this. They didn't need a massive build up. They go into this match and they put on a clinic. Bret does what he always does, and he does a blade job without telling Vince.
Which is funny because
Bret loved to get color, eh?
well, and Bret got away with it because he did it so clean, and then Flair got the huge fine later in the show for blatantly blading in his match.
Yeah, phenomenal match, best match on the card. That's hands down. I think we can say that, right?
I think so. Flair and Savage was very good as well, but I like I like this match better.
Mm-hmm. And it's, let's be honest, it's probably one of, if not Roddy's last great match.
I think it's Rowdy's best match of his career.
Oh, it is. Yes, it is Roddy's best match of his career in my consideration, but it is also his last good match.
What, you didn't like Age in the Cage with Halloween Havoc with him and Hogan? Piper also, very rarely do you ever see Rowdy Piper do a clean job in any match.
Very true.
This shows the respect that he had for the Hart family.
Yeah.
Well, he had the respect for Bret and the Hart family, right?
He did.
Number 2, I will keep it in the family. Bret versus Owen, WrestleMania 10.
One of the greatest stories ever told in wrestling.
I agree. And
I put this right behind Austin McMahon for my favorite feud / storyline.
Yeah, and I'd say the Bloodline now. We can talk about the Bloodline in that.
But I think Bloodline might be, if it's on my list, it's a number 3 or number 4. It doesn't touch.
I got it in the two or three spot. I got it in. I have to really sit down and think about things.
I think to this day my favorite story is still going to be Austin McMahon.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely the one that made the most money.
But then you have this story because, again, we've talked about this, how much I love, the old school concept of long-term storytelling, which I always say is a dead art, but is it really? Because how long has the Bloodline been part of this? And long-term storytelling is, I think, making a comeback. It's just different than it used to be. That's all. Where you go to this long-term, going back to, what was it, Survivor Series of that year, and the story bleeds into 1997. It goes forever. I love it. I absolutely love it. And let's talk about the match, because the match is one of the greatest matches in wrestling history.
I think it's safe to say that, especially for the number 1 and number 2, just go back and watch them if you've never watched them. We don't need to talk about it. Like, watch it. We can't do it justice. And we talked about them.
My 7-year-old has watched these matches and loves them, so you have no excuse.
There you go. Don't tell Mom that he watched number 1.
He hasn't watched number 1 yet. He's going to soon. He can handle a little bit of blood.
A little bit. Well, I mean, there wasn't a lot of blood in Rhythm and Blues versus the Hart Foundation for WrestleMania 5. Isn't that what our number 1s are? Of course, Bret and Austin, you can't beat it. It's the way to go. I Quit match.
It's the greatest story told bell to bell in the history of professional wrestling.
I think it's
my favorite match ever.
To me, I think it's the second greatest WrestleMania match of all time.
What's your number 1?
Oh, Taker and Shawn from 25.
That is your number 1, eh? This is my number 3, but okay.
That's in my top. Like, if we were to do a top 7, like my favorite wrestling matches of all time, I think that makes my list.
Yeah, Bret and Austin,
to go full circle. To go full circle, that Bret and that Shawn and Taker match is what made Bret like come back to the WWE.
Which is funny, if you want to go full circle, Shawn and Bret had their last WrestleMania matches on the same night.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy to think about?
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Right?
Until next year when they lure Shawn out of retirement in Saudi.
Oh God, I think he learned his lesson.
Listen, man.
I don't think he's doing that ever again.
Saudi money talks.
I think he saw his limits last time.
I think that's I think that's like a fun list we should do next year towards WrestleMania. Like maybe like in January before they announce WrestleMania matches. Top seven Saudi coming out of retirement wrestlers. Like who's coming? Who's coming? Taker,
Hot,
Sean,
hot take.
Hunter.
I think you're going to find a way to WrestleMania 7 this.
The,
I think they're going to pull out of Saudi.
I mean, if the war is going on over there,
You got the
that's
war, but also that reaction at Royal Rumble just didn't. I don't
like
think.
they don't
I don't
give
know.
a fuck. They do not care because TKO runs the show. And where does WWE make their most money? Saudi Arabia.
Did they make money? Didn't look like anybody was in that building.
Doesn't matter. Though the contract they have with Saudi, that is their most profitable relationship. They WWE would run in Saudi every week if they asked them to. Because it is
Uh,
not, it is a corporate company now, and that is what they care about, making money.
all right. Well, next week, I don't know what we're going to talk about. If they're going to add, you think they're going to add two more matches? That's very
Yeah,
possible.
I think
Uh,
it's the six-man tag and EO and Asuka.
okay. So we're going to break down more WrestleMania next week. I think we'll see where the storylines go within the span of 7 days, and if everything aligns properly, I should be doing my top seven AJ Styles WrestleMania list.
Mhm.
I've been watching. This is a fun one because I've been watching the matches with my son,
Nice.
and we're watching them in kind of order. And he fell asleep during the Shinsuke Nakamura match, and he's very because it was getting late, and he was very upset. He's like, "Dad, we have to watch that match again. I can't miss that match." I love it.
That's great.
I'm enjoying doing this list, so I can't wait to bring that to you next week. So until we get there, though, you have been counted out.
Cheers.